How's it going, everybody? It's time for another Mr. Poestyle video. And today I'm just going to show you what I got in a box 2 weeks ago, I think. Should have opened it before. I haven't. Here is the box. And this is what we got in the box. We'll show you. And this will lead to another video. I got a box from RetroGameBoyz. And if you don't know what RetroGameBoyz is, he is a guy that makes controllers for old school retro systems. And the guy does amazing work. And I have other controllers that I bought from him in the past. I trust the guy 150%. So this is what I got. And I ordered these a week or two before Christmas. And like I said, they came 2 or 3 weeks ago. The guy is very busy. He does this all by his lonesome. His name is Mike. He's a great, great person. And it's really come a long way in the last few years. These were a passion project to begin with. His father had arthritis. He wanted to show his father some game systems. They used to play the 2600 together. He wanted to show him some systems that he had bought, consoles that he had bought. And so he did. He showed him the 7800 and the ColecoVision. And his father was having problems playing with them with the ColecoVision controller, you know, the 7800 Pro line controller. So he kind of watched as Mike and his son played. And Mike wanted to come up with a solution for this. I believe it was 2017. He had his dad try out an old NES controller, and that was a lot better for his hands. He had no pain pushing the buttons. So that got him started. This is a passion project that means a lot to him, and now it's grown into something. Like I said, he has a day job. This is something he does on the side, so it might take a little while because he is getting very popular in the retro community, and I found him totally by accident. We'll get to that. I want to show what's in the box first, what I ordered from him in December. And the first thing here, since it's right on top, is I got a Robotron 2084 gamepad from him for the Atari 7800. Robotron is a twin stick game, and you know, it's kind of rough with the Pro line controllers. They kind of suck. The European 7800 controllers are expensive. So he came up with this, and you got 2 directional pads with thumbsticks right here on them. And you can play Robotron with this. This is freaking sweet. You know, it's going to plug in to your player 1, 2 controller. And I can't wait. This will be another video coming up where I play Robotron on the 7800. I'm also going to play it on the 5200 when I get to it. But look at that. He even has the great graphic on there. And this is awesome. This is totally awesome. And now this has gone through other iterations. I remember a while back, 2, 3 years ago, the Atari Creep was giving one away for his Alzheimer's walk. And it was a little bit different than this. So now this is what we have here. Gonna be awesome. It just feels right. And we're not going to have to hold 2 Pro line controllers or strap them to a 2x4 with duct tape, Gorilla glue tape, or something to that nature. So that's the first thing that came in this box. And then the other one that I got, I ordered 2 things that same day, I should say, not at the same time. It was a few hours apart. So actually I had like order 1284 and 1286. Somebody else got in between my orders, but he sent these out together to me at the same time in one box, which is awesome. And this is an Atari 2600 joystick, and this is going to be like playing with an arcade clickety-schmickety. Look at that. He made this, and you have your choice of button colors whenever you order from him. And here's the ball, you know, and you're going to screw that on. So I might as well do that right now. And this is going to work for your Atari 2600, which I have my 4-switcher, Woody was my original. I have a Vader. I have a 6 switch. I have the Sears Arcade 2, which is the Atari 2800. This will work on them all. It will work on your Retron 77. It will work for your 2600 games on your Atari 7800. But the 2 buttons, that's not for 7800 games. This second button is actually a push to jump option for games that had, when you had to push up, listen to that click. Games where you had to push up on the 2600 to jump, this button is now for that, so that you don't have that awkwardness of pushing up the jump. Anybody that's ever played those knows what I'm talking about. Kind of like Smurf on the ColecoVision. This is going to work on your Commodore 64 as well. But this is your action button. So playing Atari 2600 games, I can play this on my Retron 77. All of my Atari 2600 versions I have out there. And that will be my action button. And it's going to make it more arcadey, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, there's a lot of other options out there, but this is great. You know, this is quality work, quality craftsmanship. He comes up with all this stuff. He tests it. He has his channel on YouTube where it's usually him testing these things out as he's trying them. And he makes controllers and game pads for the Vectrex, you know, the 7800, the ColecoVision, the Commodore 64, MSX, etc. 5200. And I've already done a video on the great joystick that he made for that. I bought that. I bought the keypad thing. I'll show you. I have them sitting here. But this is great. I'm going to definitely be using this on all of my systems. Now, there are console purists out there that say you should only play on original consoles, not emulate. I love to play on original consoles with the original cartridges, etc. I will emulate. I don't care. I'm not a purist in that sense. If you're a collector, you're a collector. You're a gamer, you're a player. Do it however you feel. Be happy. Do what you like. You know, and I've gone through several Atari 2600 controllers, and I haven't officially tried this out, and there will be a video when I do, but I just know it feels right. You got a 10-foot cord on here. I'll plug it into my Retron 77 in my living room. And it's like you're playing an arcade game. This brings new life. These controllers bring new life to old games and systems, or life that isn't there anymore, like the 5200, where the controllers just died because of the carbon dots and whatnot on them. You know, you had to constantly clean them, or buy the best electronics gold dot kit to fix them and make them work right. Mike is doing great at RetroGameBoy with these things. He's testing them out. He's trying them. He's getting a feel for what the community wants. He's doing this in his spare time after his day job. Please check out his website. Check out his videos where he's testing this. I mean, he's making game pads for the Vectrex. Who's doing that? I don't know. And check his website for availability. Some of them might be sold out. Maybe they'll come up again. He's one person, so he's 4 to 6 weeks out maybe with these. I'm a patient man. I don't care. I'm getting quality. I am bringing new life to my old systems. This is great. These buttons here, they won't light up on your 2600 because of the pinout, you know. But it will light up if you're playing 2600 games on your 7800 because of the pinout and the power pin. These buttons will light up if you're playing your 2600 games on your Atari 7800, which I do. I play them on whatever, everything. So that's what I got in this particular box, and I haven't got to try them out yet, but I will be doing a Robotron 2084 video soon on my 7800 and my 5200. And then I'll just show you controllers that I got from Mike in the past, and I have been pleased like a mother with these things. So let's just pull them out here. This is the original. This is the very first controller that I got from him, and this was before I think he even had a website or anything. This was 3 or 4 years ago, and I was looking for an alternative. I just finally got an Atari 7800, actually 2 of them my friend gave me, and I hadn't had it before. I just started collecting for it. He gave me it and a bunch of games, And the Pro line controllers, the coffin controllers, to me, the joysticks were just terrible. There was a European controller that was a gamepad, sort of like the NES one. They're very pricey now to get. I did end up getting one at a reasonable price, got it. And it was better. It was way better than the Pro line controller, but still a little stubbier for my likes. You know, a little harder on my hands. I went on the Etsy site, and to me, I was new to that. And I didn't go in there looking for anything in particular. It's just because I heard a lot of people talk about it. So into the search, I typed video games or retro games or something. I can't remember. But it came up with this, which was from him. And like I said, this was before I think he had his site going or anything. And I saw this, and it was Atari 2600 theme, but it's for the 7800. Now, you can use it on your 2600. He took an NES gamepad. And if you grew up with one, this probably feels great and comfortable to you. That was the way I was. This felt perfect. It spread out a little further, a better layout than what the European had, the controller for the 7800 with the diagonals. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place here. Get your 9-pin. He rewired and made it look beautiful. An NES controller, and it felt natural to me because that's what I knew. After the 2600, the NES was my next home console. This feels great. You got the 2 buttons that plays 7800 games. Great. This was my introduction to RetroGameBoyz. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, along the way, there's another person that I am friends with on YouTube, and Facebook, who creates these big controllers for like the 7800, the ColecoVision, the 2600, things like that. And he had talked about making a 5200, an Atari 5200 controller. And as far as I know, he still hasn't made that controller yet. It's in the works. But it's, you know, they're mostly a big thing that he sets there. And so he hadn't made it yet, so I started looking up alternatives because my 5200 controllers were going bad. I wanted something better, and I've done a video on this before. Right now it's all tangled up. This is my 5200 joystick from RetroGameBoyz. It is beautiful. It's the Black Knight version. They got the black buttons and the layout. And these controls here, you can actually use to play games like Kaboom and whatnot, and you got your numbered keypad, and it works great. I have a video. I've said this a billion times already here, but I'm a little scatterbrained today. It works great for those games. It brings new life to the 5200 games that I couldn't even have a chance on with the original stock 5200 controller. This makes them playable. This makes these games great again. And another one that I got from him at the same time that I got this past summer was just the keypad. And this makes it so that you can put a 9-pin controller into here and plug it into your 5200. And there are different ones that are compatible. He makes them. He makes a 5200 gamepad. I don't have that yet. But you can use your Sega Genesis controller in here for your 5200 games. You can use a Sega Master System controller, which I have enough controllers of each. I can just throw that in there. And then if my son and I want to play 1-2-player on the 5200, we have choices now. They're not flawed. We can play these games and have a great time. It makes it all beautiful. So please, 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 this is just for me. This is a short video, even though I ramble all the time. But if you are into any of these old things, these old systems, Commodore 64, the Atari 2600, the Atari 5200, the Atari 7800, if you are into the ColecoVision, check out RetroGameBoyz. He has a wide selection of joysticks and game pads, adapters, and whatnot. Check the site for availability, see what's sold out, what's not, what you might like. Check out his YouTube videos where he's testing these things out. The guy makes a gamepad for the Vectrex. Who does that anymore? This guy loves retro, and this all came out of love for his father. And the utmost respect to him. Thank you very much for making these. These make these games, these systems, these consoles so much better, so much more playable to me. And I urge everybody that has these old systems, that has a love for these old systems, but maybe a hate for the controller schemes, the controllers that were out, try these, try him. And like I said, there's going to be a bit of a wait. He's one person, he's working during the day, but he is doing it. And he has on his site a queue system. He'll show you what's in queue, what's up next, which order. You're going to get an email, what your order number is. And you can check it every day. And you're going to get emails during the week from him several times saying, hey, come back and check and see where you're at. You can log in, or if you know your order number, you don't have to log in to see the specifics. You can go in and see, hey, my order number is 1284. Okay, it says he's assembling it right now. It says he is shipping it right now. And if you have any questions at all, he gets right back to you. I've talked to him on his YouTube videos in the comments. I've emailed. It is great. RetroGameBoyz. This is not a paid advertisement. This is a retro gamer who is in love with a great product from another retro gamer, a retro brother. That being said, we'll wrap this video up. I did get my stickers from Retro Arcade, a music man. I don't have them out here with me. I'll throw a picture up here from him. The greatest. He's the greatest. He's a great guy. And, you know, oh, I do have a catalog here from RetroGameBoyz too with some of their other products in it as well. But you'll see all this stuff when you go on their website. Great guy, great product, great packaging and shipping, everything arrived well. But yes, Retro Arcade Music Man sent me the stickers. I appreciate them. One of them on the back said, "It's good to see you." And now, let me read to you a little letter that I got from Retro Arcade Music Man along with it. "It is great to see you, Mr. Poestyle. I am so happy to send you these stickers, and I really wish I could have a tiny arcade's world's smallest Atari 2600 would be great for me. I just joke around and pretend I don't like it on videos. But if they had one that had the game logger built into it that I could play all of the time, I would play it all the time. Love, Retro Arcade Music Fella." It's a real letter from him. All right. Enough of my crap. I gotta go. It is late. I need to get to bed. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Check out RetroGameBoyz on their website, on their YouTube channel, and order something. If you were into the old games like I am, definitely do yourself a favor and get some of these great game pads and or joysticks. Later, guys. Oh, Nacho. Come here, Nacho. No biting. No bite. Ooh, no biting. Oh, Nacho, stop.